So, after the disappointment that was the TT pistol last week, we have another pistol on trial, and this time it's the P226. And I have to say, it does a pretty good job. And with this thing, you can feel like Agent 47 himself.
There's a bullet for everyone.
Just a quick disclaimer, I'm fully aware that Agent 47 is using an M1911. But I felt just like that pistol isn't that good, and whatever, P226 is close enough for me. I said I want to feel like him, don't be exact copy, so whatever. No mean comments, okay? It's still a pistol, so if two guys with SMGs push, it usually doesn't end well, but it's still a great pistol, and today we talk about why you should be playing the P226. As usual, we start with the modability of the weapon. And the P226 is actually fairly moddable for a pistol. I mean, if you feel like it, you can make a double scope pistol or whatever. I do have a mod guide for the P226 and where I go into more detail, just a quick overview. As always, you wanna use the longer barrel if you intend on using a muzzle brake or any kind of silencer. The muzzle brake, of course, reduces the recoil and pretty impressively, to be honest. And as a silencer, I would recommend the AAC. It's the smallest one, so it doesn't obscure the vision as much as others do. And it's also the cheapest on the flea market. Then you have the option to place tactical devices, flashlights and laser pointer basically. But you can also add bridges, which allow you to place a scope on top of it. But you can mod scopes also at the back of the weapon, and that's probably the easier and in some kinds even the cheaper variant. Then you can change the slider, but just for that little recoil reduction, I wouldn't use it. Same with the pistol grip, for that little ergonomics more, it's just Wayne, who cares. But what we do care about is the increased magazine, because 5 bullets more can make a difference. Just as a quick side note, if you don't want to use a scope but want to use a silencer, as you can see the silencer almost blocks the vision. Isn't as bad as with the TT pistol, but still. You can avoid that by just placing the night vision version of those little knobs there for around 3000 rubles. So for a pistol you can actually have a lot of fun modding and trying out different things. And it's not that pricey, which brings us to the next point. The affordability of the P226. Now, at level 1 you can only trade the pistol. You get it for 4 of those grey-ish scav knives, and they are fairly easy to come by. I mean, you just have to come across and kill some scavs on the way. Just be careful if the scavs have a tox. Wink wink, not a video. At Peacekeeper level 2 he sells it for $134, but that translates to around 16,000 rubles, which I think a bit pricey for that. On the flea market the weapon is usually around 10,000, so I'll get it from the flea market. The attachments are also rather cheap compared. I mean, a scope for 19,000 is okay-ish, a silencer for around 18,000, it usually is 18,000 on the flea market, is also pretty decent. What I especially like is that the muzzle brake only costs 3,500 rubles, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we know that we can mod the weapon, but what about the ammunition? And this is probably where this weapon shines the most. It has amazing ammunition. I hope you still like grasp because you're about to see one, and it got improved. So the ammo starts very strong on flash damage with the RIP ammo. I mean, almost everybody knows and hates them. And then it goes up and up at the PST, the AP and finally the 7N31 with almost 40 penetration. That means that you can penetrate a level 4 armor, so you can penetrate almost every helmet in the game. That's insane for a pistol. That means you can basically headshot, one-shot everybody. But if you use the AP63 like me, this can happen. So this guy was wearing a level 4 helmet with this little plate in front of it, and the genius I am, I shot him in the forehead, which allowed him to tank 2 bullets. So just be aware that if you use AP63, you won't penetrate every helmet, only level 3 and below. So in case of Roshala and his boys, it's probably still the best to just use a nade. But you are still able to penetrate most face shields with this ammo, so you actually can kill chats with a well-placed shot to the face. Now, to the close range potential of the gun, I have to say, at really close ranges, I'd prefer an SMG. But it's possible to empty the magazine pretty fast, but the high recoil makes it difficult while moving. So what I would advise you is, whenever you can, when you have a split sec before the other guy sees you, lay on the ground. This way you can really empty the mag extremely fast and accurate. Otherwise aim for the head, but as always I think you have to keep in mind it's a sidearm, so I would recommend it for, I don't know, stash runs, or if you just want to go in like super budget, then pick up the gun for 10k rubles, fill some AP and whatever. You are ready to defend yourself. Because with it you have a realistic chance of actually defeating an even pretty geared player. Of course he has an advantage with his AK or M4 or whatever the meta chats are playing. But you never know, maybe you see him first and that allows you to one tap him, so... And just hope that the Tarkov servers aren't working against you, because desync is just painful. Alright, last topic, and it is range fights, and it's just a pistol, you know. Of course it has a scope which makes it way easier to fight at ranges, but I think it has the same limitations as every sidearm when it comes to range fights. And yeah, that's it. There isn't really much more to say. So in conclusion, the P226 is a valid pistol that can dish out a lot of damage with the right bullet, and it can be modded pretty well to suit your needs. And it feels pretty cool too. Alright, I hope you liked the video. If so, leave a like, it would be appreciated. And to all the future Agent 47s, show some love in the comment section. See you on the next video, guys, and good luck in your raids.